Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 71 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy, and I got a few things to share with you today. So, we're going to first start with finished objects, and I will tell you now, it's a little bit of a crazy week. The kids are going to my parents', which is south of us, and then Chris and I are going north to YarnCon, so I feel a little bit discombobulated, but I have a little bit of knitting to show you. Last week I told you about Sock Madness, and I had the body of my first sock finished, and I had the foot of my second sock done. I had no heels. I have all of it finished. Can you see that? They are done. This pattern was super interesting. The pattern is called Dropped Madness or Dropping Madness. I want to say Dropped Madness. I used JoJo Land and this is leftover sock yarn from Kimberly Sock Bunny out of hers, the Electric Flamingo colorway. The sock itself is toe up with an afterthought heel, and I will say this heel is very interesting. It has a heel flap with it, so you do some decreasing when you pick up. Let me try this again. When you put your heel waist yarn in, you do some decreasing, and it really makes it very interesting, but then you have this heel flap area that you do before you actually do your true afterthought heel. And it was really an interesting construction. I did like the drop stitch, how it played together. I would be very curious to see how this pattern does in a self-striping, not changing colors, or not alternating colors, but to use a self-striping. And with those self-stripers that do 4 or 5 rounds, I'd be very interested to see how that plays together. But this is one that I think I might actually do again. I could see me knitting this pattern again. These were finished Friday morning, which means I did make it through round 1. Round 2 starts, I think, sometime next week. They haven't officially announced when that one will start, which is good because this week it's not going to happen. I don't have time for things this week. So my team actually filled up yesterday morning. All 38 of us, 37 of us finished yesterday morning. So we are on a roll. Go us. After I finished those Friday morning, I went back and I picked up my shawls. So the first shawl I picked up was my Pure Joy. And this is Pure Joy by Hoki Locatelli? I think that's right. I'm using US 6s. The yarn is long stocking and the pink is Fiber Nymph. Let me back up. The yarn, my main color, is from Leading Man Fiber Arts. Long stockings is the colorway. The pink is from Fiber Nymph and is Hot Mama is the colorway. And it's a bedazzled base, and I forget what Steve's is. Pretty. That's what I know. It's pretty. It's his showcase. So it's 100% superwash merino. So it'll be perfect for this shawl. And I just completed my 3rd wedge. So it's making progress. It's kind of scrunched at each end of the needle. So it's got good length already. And I really have enjoyed it. After you get that setup round, it goes pretty quick. Right now my rows are short, so it's going to go pretty quick, but also it's very intuitive for me, so I don't have to quite pay attention. I can just sit and gloriously knit across. So that's the first project. My other project I picked up and had been working on this week is the test knit for Josh. The pattern is called Shade Shift. I'm using a US 5 for this one. And this yarn is all our shop yarn in the 5 different fingering weight bases. So last week when I showed it to you, I was at this green marker. So it does a solid, transition, all the way across. And now I've hit the middle section. So I have a short row, transition, and then we're kind of short rowing back and forth, as you can see on this end with these transitions, but also we're going through all the colors with the pink now instead of transitioning different colors. It's a really neat effect. Stretching this shawl right now is my wingspan. So I'm really kind of interested to see how long it is when we're finished, because like I said, I'm in the middle section. I'm not even done with the middle section yet. So it might be a nice long wraparound one. That is what I've been working on. I have not really done any Master Knitter this week because I've been focused on trying to prep for YarnCon. And honestly, I read through my stuff, but that's as far as it got. Just didn't happen. Next week, hopefully will be a better week, but we'll see. That's what I have to share with y'all today. Like I said, I've shown you projects. I will be at YarnCon this weekend. If you're in the area, stop on by. If not, I'll see you next week. I hope that you have a great week. If you have any questions or comments, contact information is at the end. See ya!